Let's get on with the show now. Only some cheering news coming for the Flying Eagles team of 1983. Suddenly, the House of Reps remembers them now. They say, look, we need to give attention to these guys.
Is it a cheering news, Austin?
But I mean,
I don't know. Several resolutions made by the National Assembly.
Lights at the end of
it. Maybe a process has just started, but still a long way to go. Like you said, the Flying Eagles of 1983 were the first set of national team to qualify for a FIFA organized tournament. Yeah. I remember that Ali Jeje, the late Ali Jeje, was part of that team.
That's right.
You know, some of them, have, passed away. But the House of Reps are saying that since they were promised scholarship, because it was deemed that they were under 20 at that time,
monetary reward was not.
They should monetize that scholarship awards. Since almost all of them are out of football, they are either late or they have retired from football. That the federal government should monetize that scholarship award. I think, Austin, putting it in proper perspective, I think that reward system we've been talking about, there should be a policy. How much these players are supposed to get when they win so and so tournament, and when government has made pronouncements, it should be encouraged to fulfill their promises to these players. History is replete with a lot of periods that promises were made to these players and they were not eventually fulfilled. The 1994 squad, some of them are still complaining that the houses they were promised have not been given to them.
That's right, and that's really still cheering news for me, because we're getting to talk about it even though it's 34 years after. But let's listen to the House of Reps and find out what this is really about. We'll be right back.
The House may recall that the 1983 Flying Eagles team was the first Nigerian football team to qualify for any Federation of International Football Association FIFA organized football tournaments in the country. Also recalls that the team emerged as African champions in the Under-20 World Cup qualifying series in the African zone to represent Africa in the FIFA organized Under-20 World Cup in Mexico in 1983. Further recalls that before that feat was achieved, several national football teams, including the Super Eagles, had attempted to qualify but failed. Note that the successive federal administrations have paid only lip service to the rewarding of the team or fulfilling the promise to award scholarship to every player of that particular team. Also note that the National Lottery Commission, which was established to fund the nation's sportsmen and women, has not been living up to its expectation in this regard. Desirous of rewarding the surviving members of the team and establish a template henceforth for the reward of sportsmen and women who win laurels for the country in international competitions and tournaments.
So that's it. Hopefully, we're hoping that they will put words to action and then actually give attention to the 1983 Flying Eagles team. Let's get on with the show now. Find out what you guys are saying on social media before we talk about the transfer market. Ibrahim Zana, top follower of Plateau United, anytime, any day, says there's no team that suffered more to bad officiating than Plateau United this season. Check their matches at Abia and at Aqua, but Ibrahim, that's not what we're saying. We're saying if he's wrong, it is wrong.
The onus is on him to prove. Sometimes what happens is, Austin, when they go for away games, they come back to justify what they lost. These teams will say we are robbed. Then you have to provide video. This is the 21st century. You have to provide video that you were robbed. But this one is clear daylight robbery. I mean, this is outrageous, Austin.
Professor Chris Inahina, thank you so much for talking to us. He says football is a mega, multi-billion business. The taxes on footballers' wages is humongous. We need to learn from the UK. I mean, yeah, we have the markets, but somehow, I don't know, because I was having a conversation with someone yesterday. I would say back in the day when we said the league was doing so well on here, there was still La Liga. There was Premier League in England. There was, in Germany then the Bundesliga had good following. But our leagues, they had good following also. So we lost it somewhere, and we must retrace our step back to it.
Yeah, and with such officiating like the one we saw in Jos, you can't compel any corporate organization to come
want to put their money
in such a charade. We have to get it right, and we have to organize ourselves, organize the league, make it attractive, make it
put it on TV.
Put it on TV. That's very, very key.
Very, very key.
It has to come back on TV, so that some of these issues will not come up. When they know that it's going to be on TV, then they will, they stop all this rubbish.
Yeah, it was on TV. Remember that debatable game, Remo Stars and Abia Warriors? It was on TV. But, I mean, human error is human error. We just need to hope that the referees get it right.
But the referees will be held accountable if it's on TV. They know that if they do this, they will not go unpunished. And it will affect their rating, the opportunity to even get, it will definitely affect them.
Fans will also behave well. Joe Ejiofor seems to be taking sides with you guys. He says 24 teams talking about CAF. He says, come on. Is CAF staging a mini World Cup? If implemented, the AFCON will certainly lose its glamour. That's what the guys in the studio think, but someone else will disagree that the more the merrier. But let's see what CAF will really come out with that one. Let's get on with the show. I talk about some transfer. You can also be part of that one. Joseph, what's going on with Morata? We hear he's here today, we hear he's here tomorrow, but since Chelsea, they're interested this time.
Yeah, I think Chelsea has got their man, and £73 million. And I must say that great news for Antonio Conte. They've been chasing, Morata, trying to find a replacement for Diego Costa a very long time. And Morata definitely has agreed personal terms, and the clubs have reached an agreement for a transfer. It is something that will gladden the hearts of so many Chelsea supporters, because they've been trying to solve this puzzle for a very long time. A lot of players have been, rumored to be heading towards Chelsea. Aubameyang and Lukaku. They missed out on signing Lukaku. United beat them to it, and finally they have the striker that would replace Diego Costa. Great news for the Chelsea.
But they actually let him go. So Lukaku now says he's not going back. But I think this would be a good one for Chelsea.
Yeah, they need a striker. They need a point man, and from the standard Costa set for them, they are looking for a striker, not even much more important than Costa. So in Alvaro Morata, I think they have their man. He didn't get enough chances at Real Madrid, yet he scored 20 goals.
Wow.
So give him more chances, he's likely to explode.
I must say thank you so much, guys, for coming around. Joseph, thank you so much for
always
your time. Always a pleasure to have you around. And to you, wherever you are in the world watching Sports Tonight on Channels TV, remember our feedback mechanism is still the same. On Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels iFilms. We'll be back again tomorrow, but until then, in everything you do, remember to keep talking sports. Bye for now.